So, welcome to another edition of Three Questions with Mary at Anderson's Bookshop. Tonight we have two authors. You know, there are books that I feel like I just connect with right away. There are books that I read that I think of somebody specific to recommend them for. And then there's this book, which I feel like was written specifically for me. So the book is called Just When You're Comfortable in Your Own Skin, It Starts to Sag. And tonight we are so thrilled to have Amy Nobile, right?
Nobile.
Yep. Amy Nobile and Trisha Ashworth, the authors of this great book. And you're here for an event which will start pretty soon, but I was hoping I could just ask you three questions.
Absolutely.
Excellent. So this book, it deals with women hitting middle age, which looks different now than it did for my mom's generation, certainly my grandmother's generations. And there's so many things it touches on, but one of the main themes, and something I just see running through my life, and I've seen it even since I stayed home with my kids and I went back to work and back and forth, is how can we as women do a better job of supporting each other no matter what our choices are and what we're doing at different points in our life?
Yeah, that's a really good question, because that is the number one thing that we all need and crave in order to be successful and fulfilled. And it really comes down to also supporting yourself with the people that surround yourself with people that are actually non-judgmental, nurturing, people who understand what your needs are, and where you want to go in your life as well.
We talked to a lot of women who feel really lonely right now because they lost their circles of friends that they used to have when the kids were little through school, and even if you have one or two women that can become your tribe, and you can talk about those taboo subjects, that's all you really need. But we need to support each other, 100%.
I agree completely, and as well as supporting each other. I know something I struggle with is being accepting of myself. When I got married, I was 110 pounds, and when I first got pregnant, the doctor told me that I was underweight and I needed to put weight on. I've conquered that.
Most of us have.
Yes. So what can you tell us to help us be more accepting of our own physiques as they change, through motherhood and aging?
Well, it's so important to find the beauty within as well as what you see in the mirror, because it does evolve and it changes, and it's not, it's hard. So making peace with that, but also really looking at what makes you feel beautiful, whether it's coming out of yoga and you feel really strong, or sitting with your girlfriend and just laughing, like how beautiful you feel when you make somebody else laugh, or when you're natural and your authentic self. Like, really spend some time thinking about what makes you feel beautiful, and others will see that as well.
And just, we talked to so many women who said, I'm more confident now than I've ever been in my life. I don't care what other people think for the very first time. And that's beautiful. I mean, that shines through, and that is, so important. And it's tricky, because we asked women, what's the best compliment you can get? And their number one answer was to look younger than I am. So that pressure is very real, but we really have to work on kind of shedding that.
And we're so hard on ourselves, and we're also comparing ourselves to social media, which is just very challenging, because it's not only Cindy Crawford who looks beautiful, it's our best friend in 8th grade who suddenly is across the country and looking like her life is like way better than mine, and it's like, what?
And photoshopped,
right.
Filters.
Right. So
filters.
It's like, it's very unrealistic, and it's just hard to compare yourself. So it makes us feel inadequate in a lot of ways. So
the fake book syndrome.
Yes. We need to be gentle with ourselves. That's good stuff. When you were writing this book, is there one big revelation that you had where going into this you didn't see that coming, but coming out of it you were like, wow, this was big?
Yeah, one of the really big revelations was the difference. Well, we knew that there's a huge difference after interviewing hundreds of women between our generation and our mothers, as you mentioned. But coming out of it, we kind of said, we need to rebrand midlife. because even the word midlife on the cover deterred certain media from even covering the book because it's not a sexy topic, right? And women, we interviewed women 40, 50, 60, and they were saying, well, I don't really feel like that word describes me. And so perennials is what the word that we kept gravitating towards. We are perennials. We are more beautiful year after year. We're everlasting. We're enduring. And that word, we went through a lot of different exercises, but that word stuck. And so our website is weareperennials.co for that reason. So.
Well, no, we look at our generation looks at midlife as the next opportunity. There's more to come, as opposed to our mother's generation, which was like, it's over. And so there's no roadmap for us. There's no roadmap to show us that there is life after that, after this age.
Even better. There's a better second half is
and
waiting.
A huge opportunity to really embrace it and own it and make new choices that are going to help you, live your best life. So
I love it. Well, ladies, thank you very much for spending the time, and this book is just going to be phenomenal. I've already been selling it for Mother's Day gifts. I mean, just the easiest hand sell for me, to my friends and people who have come in the past couple of days. So pick up a copy. There'll be signed copies available at all three Andersons, so stop in and grab a copy, but you're going to want to give this book to your friends, to your moms, and to your friends' moms. All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.